last night, Charlie was talking, and she was talking about being a bit cheeky. And you know what? I still don't know what cheeky means. She said she was a bit cheeky.
It means like ornery or like mischievous.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to start writing these terms down so that we can make our own little dictionary to translate the whole English thing into our well, we're English too, but you know what I'm trying to say? American versus English, they have different terms.
I need a drink.
That wasn't nice.
I'm kidding.
You know what? You were nosy too when you were little. Do you know that?
Are you putting me on blast?
What's that mean?
Putting me on blast.
Is that a show?
What's your second guess? If you put someone on blast, what are you doing to them?
I honestly don't know.
Yes.
You know what, Tyler? This goes back to that thing when you were trying to tell me about what twerking meant, and I swear to God, I did not know what that meant, and you told me that was like the new dance thing, the way people dance, and I just can't believe that. But anyways, I didn't mean to get off the subject.
Okay, well, this is different. As I'm pulling up to the location, I'm realizing that being in a new environment could throw me off. And I'm used to reading people in their houses. So I just have to trust that whatever is going to come through is going to connect somehow. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Tyler.
Oh, hi, so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come on in. My name is Linda Blair of the Linda Blair WorldHeart Foundation. I have been rescuing for 17 years.
Linda?
I work in television and film.
Wow, nice.
But I run one of the largest animal dog rescues in America.
Oh my gosh. Though I didn't recognize who Linda Blair was, I could tell that she was genuinely interested in getting a connection. Instead of getting the reading for herself, Linda wanted a reading for her animals.
Come and meet my friend.
Hello.
This is my friend Tyler.
What a
Come here,
sweetie.
Ginger.
Oh.
She may be trying to get your attention,
Is that a
Tyler.
subtle sign?
She is here
Gently.
in your presence
Yes.
for a reason.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. She's one of the biggest mysteries that I have.
Wow. Well, what I would say with this is that there are indications of 2 other dogs that I want to refer to an incident that would have been negative or something that would have been perceived as frightening, like being attacked by 2 dogs or being like chased by 2 dogs.
Yes, Tyler.
Okay.
She's a wonderful dog. She's a great friend. Do not put her in a cage after, in a crate for any reason, especially after 6 p.m. She can't deal with the trauma.
I bring through deceased animals for clients all the time, but it's not often that I have a client that asks me to connect medically to these living animals. In Linda's case, this is exactly what she wanted me to do, so it was definitely a learning experience. Hi.
Now,
hello.
This is Holly.
Hi. Oh my. Well, hello. Oh, make yourself at home. Oh, what a cutie. There's a couple things that are coming through, so...
There should be, Tyler.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm referencing to a lot of health-related stuff.
Come on, he's not done, honey.
There are going to be bouts of sporadic flare-ups. The thing is with this is that there is a susceptibility to basically what I view as like a growth, or I'm calling it a growth.
Now
you're
on it.
The way that this is coming across is that I see the removal of aforementioned growth, but the way that this is coming across is that I still see this growth for whatever reason.
It is.
Like there, consistent, and slowly growing back. Very, very slowly.
I believe she sat in your lap for a reason.
Yep.
Holly is one of the last survivors of Hurricane Katrina. I did have a tumor removed, and I believe there's more there.
Okay.
So, now I'm gonna go get you another dog.
Great, sounds good, thank you.
Right back.
As I'm sitting there ready to connect, I have a lot of animals in front of me. I have dogs rolling around, jumping on my lap, so there's a lot coming through. But as I'm going through all of this, I really start finding that information's coming through medically about these dogs. So there's 2 things that I need to mention. So one is a reproductive susceptibility. That makes my stomach in this area kind of underbelly hurt. What's interesting though is there's also a back susceptibility that this dog has.
Yes.
There's a point in this dog's back, specifically like right in that area there.
Right
I'm not gonna touch it, but yes, right in that area.
That's
where
right.
I'm basically looking at what looks almost like, I refer to it as an instant where this area would have been damaged. And then basically I do see this as time goes on, this improving, but it's an issue that's still there.
Correct.
And one that will kind of flare up occasionally in certain positions. Because this area is what hurts for me, just in this primary area.
What I can tell you is when she got here, this dog did not want to walk. This is 95% turnaround.
Wow. It would be really curious to see how this dog interacts with men. Just because there's an incident in which I basically see this dog 2 instances, but 1 incident where this dog unfortunately was kicked. And that comes across quite strongly. There's another incident where this dog goes from a high point to a low point. Either they could be falling downstairs. That's not as specific in the way that it's coming across, but I do feel either like I'm either thrown, which is a possibility, or like physically,
Just fell.
yeah,
down?
like went downward. But there is a reference to, unfortunately.
Could she have been kicked and fell down these stairs
It is
or
possible.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way it comes across is definitely a kick.
And okay.
And that would be right there.
Yep, he's got it. Is that it?
Wow.
Do you want to say thank you?
Oh, what a sweetie. Oh, so cute. I really enjoyed this reading because it took me out of my comfort zone. I'm used to connecting to loved ones on the other side all the time. So to connect to living animals sitting in front of me in a bit of an intense situation really put my abilities to the test. And I was able to perform. So for me, that felt good. And it was for a great cause.
Tyler, I think this is so amazing that you took the time to come out here. He has such a beautiful gift, and I think that he will help so many along the way. And I wish you all the blessings and love in the world, and thank you for sharing the gifts that you do with so many to help heal their hearts.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hey, how are you? I'm Tyler.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you,
Great
Tyler.
to meet you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
yeah, thanks for having me also. My name is Metta World Peace. Tyler might recognize me from, playing basketball. I played small forward for the Bulls, the Pacers, Sacramento Kings, the Rockets, Lakers, Knicks. So it was great. I believe in the psychic readings. We don't have all the answers, so you got to believe in something. I just want to, see what the guy is talking about.
As far as an object goes, we have one.
Absolutely.
I'll hold on to it.
Yes. I have a picture.
Great, no worries.
Okay.
That'll do. Okay. I'll just kind of open up to your energy and see who comes through. And we'll do that. Okay. There's actually quite a few people coming through. Some are completely unrelated to the photo. I'm just going to let you know everything that's popping in, and I'll describe it. I want to mention this woman that's coming through. She comes across as being like mom, but to multiple people. She's not just like mom to one. And the feeling was basically that she may have kind of taken kids under her wing or been there like a mom and maybe like a dad to some extent when a dad might not have been able to actually be there. Do you
Right.
know of that situation at all within your family?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I could see my grandma actually making a connection with her family. My grandma passed, pretty much the family kind of separated a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She came through as like a mom for a lot of people, and I think she
Absolutely.
was
She
kind of
took
the
care of
glue.
everybody.
Yeah. Your grandma's making a connection to someone who passed away as an actual child. So not like a sibling that gets to live a full life. There's actually an acknowledgement of a child that I need to bring up. That'd be within family. There's a reference to a story about someone drowning. I feel like I'm in water, and I feel like I don't make it out of the water for some reason.
Yes, I was young when my cousin drowned in Queensbridge. Yeah, it was that river rough. You ever been to New York City?
Yeah.
Drowned right in the river. So, yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Young too.
Right.
My cousin passed away, I was like 5. I remember the stories, it was like almost 30 years ago. But it's a rough river, and there's no way to make it out of there. Yeah. That was tough.
That child makes a very close connection with its grandmother. It's like close. And they would be together, so please know that.
So when you use like grandma and water drowning, I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
But that was freaky, okay? I'm not gonna lie.
Hopefully it provided
Okay.
some comfort. Yeah.
No, it was very, very, I would say encouraging.
Good. And then I have a younger energy that's coming through that I'm actually curious about. He's a strong, big guy, but it's funny because for being this strong, big guy, he has like a really good heart. And he comes across as actually like on the inside, he's joking about being a teddy bear. When he comes through, he acknowledges that he feels like he got to live a good duration of life, but feels like his life was cut short. And that's kind of the way that I would describe this, as a feeling of like the fastness, the suddenness, or the quickness. There's an acknowledgement of a feeling of like, people come to me, but I don't always feel like I can go to them. And it's almost like when it comes to people's stuff, he's willing to kind of listen to people's stuff, but he's not necessarily super forthcoming with his own stuff. It's almost like,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's so crazy.
does that make sense?
That's so crazy.
Who did this involve?
I just know him since I was a kid as Draws. I was fortunate enough to be close to him,
Right.
amongst others, but I was fortunate enough to actually be
Nice.
real close to him.
Interesting, okay. I'm not saying that this man may have directly had like a music connection, but I'm hearing a lot of music and like music's coming through, which is interesting. When he comes through, there's a feeling of like, he could have done a lot solo on his own, but he feels like he devoted more time to wanting to kind of help other people develop their own careers versus focusing on himself. So
Sounds pretty familiar.
And when he comes through, it was very important that his death not affect the timing of certain things being released. It's interesting the way this comes through.
Yeah, it affected it.
He was upset by this because he's like, I don't want my death to stop the timing of this. Because he was such a driven person in life. He's like, my death shouldn't stop stuff from happening.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great project that everybody was on,
Yeah.
but then when he passed, it stopped.
Right.
I had everybody on the project, and like Nas and Mobb Deep and everybody else, but he passed away. Kind of violent gangster situation. Shot up. Yeah.
He gives me the impression that this project or projects after he passed, that ultimately we will see some of these come to fruition. It's just maybe in a different way. And it'll never be the way it was when he was alive, but he acknowledges that the spirit of it is still there. He just wants people to continue working and continue focusing on the things that he dedicated his life to.
It's so amazing. Because the timing is like, that's just this last 2 weeks, that's what's been happening.
Yeah.
Passed away years ago, and everybody was talking about it and actually mentioned him in some of the records that we just recorded.
It's important for him. He wants to be remembered in that way.
Wow. When he passed away, like 7 years ago. And then just 2 weeks ago, people were talking about doing this project again. It was weird how it all kind of connected, even with me being here today. You know, it's kind of weird. It confirmed with me that the guys that I knew were good people and what they wanted, and it was great to see that I'm heading in the right direction. And that's why we're here, you know, on this earth, you know, to do the right thing. Yeah.
So fun.
Appreciate you.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Thank you. You know, just having that positive energy, I can't put a price tag on it. All you can put is appreciation on it. I always think about when I'm gonna connect with people in the next life, and I feel I was able to do that today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.
I don't care what anybody else thinks, but it was amazing for me.